Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading. This will be for the reading of September, but if it applies for any time that you're watching it, feel free to apply it to whatever you're going through. Feel free to check out any of the other signs for your sun, moon, or rising. Alright, let's see what we got for you here. What I try to do is a North Star reading. Consists of 5 cards. But sometimes, if more come out, then I'll read it as it goes. Talking about the North Star, you got the star as well. So, here's how I like to put it out. It's kind of like a star, not really, but it points towards your North Star. So, I like to leave in these extra cards, extra cards that come with the deck. This one specifically talks about Pamela Coleman Smith, the artist of this deck. The reason I leave it is because the significance it means for me, and when I first started this deck, which is the Untold story, which is a book about Pamela Coleman Smith's untold story. And even though it's not part of the original 78 cards, the deck, I still consider it because I feel like it holds a deep meaning, and I just decided to leave it. There's another one. It's pretty much the same thing. So there's 2 of these technically. Here you go. Here's your 6 cards, actually, not 5. Like I said, if there's more, then read them as they go. So, you got the Untold story. Your North Star, I think it's to tell your untold story, something that you've been holding back, something that is within you that you've been wanting to share and explore, but you haven't, for whatever reason there is that's going on in your life. You haven't told that story. You've kept it hidden. Maybe you're scared, maybe you're afraid, whichever reason, you haven't really told it. And I think this kind of, the Fool over here, kind of goes along with this. The Fool is about starting a new journey, and as you can see, I like to really visually see the cards as well. It helps tell the story in itself. There's crazy waves crashing in the back. The end of the cliff, standing at the end of the cliff right there. This dog, I don't know, seems like it's warning him. Yo, you're too close to the cliff, you're about to fall off. It's kind of crazy environment that this fool is in. Maybe that's why he's called the Fool, because he's a fool for not knowing the danger he's in. But if you look at him, he's not prepared for this kind of environment. The weather, he only has a little sack of supplies, maybe not enough for the whole journey. But he has a little flower growing. It's not a whole garden, but it's a flower enough for him. And he seems happy, he's enjoying the sun, and you don't need to be fully prepared in order to start your journey. Just be okay with being a fool and just going for it with it. And tell your story. The untold story. Go ahead and tell your story. Tell the world your story. What you want them to say. Whether it's, maybe it's a passion, personal project. I don't know, I'm getting like starting a coffee shop or something, starting your business. Maybe it's like something you've been wanting to share, whether it's just making other people happy, or maybe it's within your own family, and you want to make that exciting jump. Over here we got the five of Pentacles. A lot of people always see the fives as a bad thing. It's not always, not necessarily. Fives for me mean change. So when there is change in the human nature, it's uncomfortable a lot of the times. So that's why we see it as a bad thing. Right here we have a Five of Pentacles, and visually, like I said before, very nice, very nice painting right here. It looks like indoors would be very colorful, very vibrant, and outdoors over here seems very cold, snowy. These people look hurt, injured, maybe sick, barefoot, not equipped for the right weather. And to me, this feels like you're left out. You're left out in the cold. You feel left out. You feel like everything's passing by you. You feel like maybe somebody else started their business. Maybe somebody else started their project. Maybe you see the world around you moving so fast that you feel left out. You feel unprepared, and you feel hurt and tired and injured, that you're unable to be inside here and enjoy the warmth in here. Maybe this is how you feel right now. Let me know. Next we have the Star. It's kind of funny because this is what I like to call the North Star reading. And the star, I see it in many different meanings. For this one specifically, I'm getting, the big word that's standing out to me is balance. Balancing yourself. As you can see, she has one foot in the water and one foot in the grass. She's pouring water into the river, and she's also pouring water into the grass. She's growing both. Maybe she's putting it where it doesn't need to. There's already a lot, and there's some where it does. Having that balance of emotions, mental state, balancing everything within your life. Maybe you're too caught up with work and you're not able to think about your passions. You're not even able to think about your story. That's why it's been left untold, because you haven't found that balance. There's a lot of stars in the sky, and they're shining bright. And I think by finding this balance, you'll find the one that shines the brightest for you. When you find this balance, it'll click, kind of like a light bulb, like ka-ching. It hits you. This is what I want to do. This is what, and it doesn't even have to be the permanent final thing that you want to do. It's just something that you want to start off with, and that will be enough to get your journey started. That will be enough to just go for it and be a fool. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. You guys are good at this. Aries, you guys are good at just going for it and just ramming towards things. But go towards your star. Next we have the World. I'm using a Spanish deck over here. Um, the letters, the words aren't in Spanish. I forgot to mention that, but that's okay. In case you guys are interested in learning Spanish, the Fool, which is also El Loco. Um, we have the Star, which is La Estrella. And then next we have the World, which is El Mundo. And to me, El Mundo is actually the last card of the deck, which is kind of a cycle completion. Cycle completion. You have 4 quadrants, which are stable completion. You have completed the cycle. I think as you tell your story and follow your North Star, you will complete your cycle. You will move on to the next phase of your life. And you will complete what has been left incomplete, what has been left untold. You will finally be able to let it out and tell. It doesn't have to be like to the whole world. I think it's just being able to express yourself, and you'll be able to complete your story. You'll be able to tie the knot and complete your story, and you'll have 4 quadrants of very strong mental stability. And for our final card, we have 10 of Cups. This is an amazing card. It's 10 cups in a rainbow. It's like shining brightly. Everybody's happy, dancing, joy, success, emotional joy and success. You'll be emotionally fulfilled by telling your story, whether it's I don't know, starting a coffee shop, or maybe there's something, maybe doing a art project, or starting going towards that career that you've been wanting to go to, maybe towards that person that you've wanted to go to, expressing yourself and letting out how you actually feel. The 10 of Cups is joy, success,